Welcome back to Nostalgic Overload Podcast. I'm your host, Weston, and this is my co-host, Andrew. We're going to talk about anything from the 90s to 2000s to whatever we feel like talking about, and it could be movies, toys, games, pop culture stuff, just anything that comes to our minds that we talk about. So buckle up and let's hop on this ride. And make sure that you support local
all the time.
Which, Evansville Toys and Games just had over the weekend a 50% off sale in the new place, and I went over there, and
Massive.
That new place is huge.
Yes.
And I cannot wait until they open it up, and they know if they need our help, we will help out, because I would love to help out. I love Evansville Toys and Games. Over the weekend, I did go to the Toys R Us also, and
the one in the mall.
Yeah, and my kids were like excited, so it was still cool, but nothing beats like Evansville Toys and Games, and I just love the atmosphere. And I think the biggest thing is the owners and the like type of like, I won't say like pride, but the type of like emphasis on like making sure everyone's helped. They're always talking, they're always busy. It was
a lot of conviction
because they had that sale and it's Christmas time.
They're normal people.
It was crazy.
Yeah. I saw them posting nonstop pictures of all of the tables set up, and he's like, "Hey, we're throwing more stuff out." There were a lot of people that came into the kids arcade this weekend that were looking for video games and stuff like that, and I was like, "Dude, you should check out Evansville Toys and Games because they're having a massive sale." And the dude was like, man, you're promoting another business." And I was like, "Well, look, if we don't have what you are looking for here,
then go somewhere else.
They might." And I'm like, trust me, if I wasn't here working right now, I'd be there going through everything to find something, for really cheap.
Oh yeah, I mean 50% off. I mean that's great. And also to segue into that, also make sure you support High Score and Player 2, because those two together constantly help each other out, which is awesome. That two people that own local businesses help each other out, because right now times are hard for
everyone.
Local, just anybody. I mean, we can talk for anybody here. It's a hard time, and let's just help each other out and support your local places. But if you're in our area and you want to
support
these
businesses, we highly recommend it.
Yeah,
we're not being paid to say this.
No,
let's
even
just
though
be real.
If they're listening, I would love to somehow partner up with either of them, because they're awesome people, and I love to just give back to the people who have given us a whole lot. So, because without these places around, I mean, this is kind of like the retro, nostalgic community out there, who are
here and
bringing it back,
and for those of you who are watching or listening to this, if you look up Evansville, Indiana, you're gonna see some wild news.
Like the most current thing that we've been hearing about.
Serial killers hide out here, and
people that
busted
pepper spray food,
pepper spray DoorDash orders and stuff like that.
All sorts of craziness.
Evansville to me is the definition of a small big city. You know what I mean? It's really quick to get through, but there's a lot of I guess there's a lot of diversity and stuff in our communities. It's all kind of widespread, but I
think the hospitality.
Yeah.
But I think that's like overall like Indiana, like we just have like a different hospitality than where we're kind of like Kentucky and like Illinois. Like we're all kind of got that same vibe going on, and the vibe right now is cold.
Yeah, very cold.
I know it's not as cold as other places, and there's no snow outside, but it's cold.
Because it got cold enough to snow, and then it melted, and then it was like, hey, there was your dusting of snow, and it melted literally the next day. But now we're gonna get to like negative temperatures just for shits and giggles. And it's southern. What do we call it? Everyone says it's that southern Indiana weather.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't need a jacket when you leave for work, but when you come home, you're gonna be bundled up.
For this episode, I almost wore a jacket.
Yeah,
because it's definitely cold outside, and we're in the basement right now, so it's definitely a little bit colder. Yeah. But we definitely want to say too that support all of those people, but also if you want to support us, you can look us up on any platform. I'm not gonna name them all right now, but
just like, comment, share, sell us your soul,
all the peace and love, out there,
peace and love, but also support your community too. And like our city is made up of a bunch of smaller community things, but just support your local community. Don't give to big money hungry chains, but support local mom and pop shops, restaurants, stuff like that. It feels better to do that in your community.
So on to the next thing is I'd like to, so we're doing a little bit of a mix here with things. We're kind of throwing some stuff in and trying it out, and we tried on the last episode, what are you watching right now? Now we're going to go to, what new music are you listening to out there? And if it's country, we'll still hear you out, but we're not really big on country. But for you, Andrew, what are you listening to right now?
Man, I still stick to a lot of, I mean, we both have similar tastes in music, but Silverstein from they're from the 2000s, man. They just put 2 albums out this year. Each album's like 23 minutes, but they are so good. Like they give you that feel of like back to the 2000s emo era. I'm also I saw them last year or earlier this year. Oh my God, fantastic. I'm going to see them on our Emo's Not Dead cruise in January. And I'm beyond pumped, man. I was listening to it when I pulled up earlier.
What is it?
Yeah. It's called Silverstein.
You talking about this? So when I was at the gym right before I came here, there was a guy wearing a Day to Remember shirt.
Oh, yeah.
And he looked like he was our age, and I was like, hell yeah.
How them knees feeling, bro? How's that lower back doing? Treating you?
This he looked like a guy that's been hanging out in like Warped Tour, like he's like of our era. But for me,
probably had his Vans.
What I'm listening to, which is on the next slide right now, actually, is Mal's Hyundai. I'm not sure if I said his first name right, but I've caught him like one of those like random artists you kind of like you're like listening to an album and then it goes to like the next thing and it just keeps pulling, and sometimes it gets really off track. But Mal's is one that I don't know why it just like resonates, and this is one of those albums, when you like find a good album and you just keep playing it and playing it and it's like your whole day.
We've been there.
This is my new one, and it's like going to the gym with me, it's coming at home with me. It's the Price of Freedom album, and I really like to so I grew up with like rock, but I really like to like dive into like hip hop and rap, and this is one of those, like, it's a newer ish artist, I guess. I don't know how many followers he's got or anything like that, but there's a song on here called Prayers, and the song, when you like listen to it, it's just one of those ones that like hits, like you know how you like here's like an album and you can listen to like the whole album. This is one of those albums where it's just
start to finish, it's a banger.
It's just really good, and obviously we can't play it on here because we get copyright strikes so fast, but it's an awesome album, and I was trying to find the lyrics for Prayers, but I wasn't able to find it. But if you have a chance, this is an awesome one to listen to. Now obviously I listen to, like Andrew, I listen to all sorts of random stuff. This is just one of them, but this is the one for right now that I am listening to. Like, I don't know why, it's just like I'm like in a loop. Like, I think my kids are tired of listening to it when I'm listening.
And you're like, too bad.
Like, anytime I'm like in here and I'm like editing and I'm like doing stuff like that, I like to have something in the background. And this is like what's been like playing.
This has been a go-to.
And it's like one of those, like, you turn it back on and turn it back on, and you're like, I just can't, like, it's just like a good like vibe. Like, it's not something like aggressive, like hardcore, like rap, like underground, but it's got like a good chill vibe to it. And it has for me, I think lyrics are good for a song and like an artist, but like if you have a good he also is just adds to it. So I've been on, like, I kind of bounce back and forth between like rock and classic rock and hip hop, rap. But right now
we're like a charcuterie board of different genres of music.
Well, because we got access to so much music, so it's like I'll
give it a listen. Hey,
like to kind of hop around.
Speaking of, like, what are you listening to? What, like, could we do something to where we, like, share our playlist with people?
Our playlist, ooh, mine would be all over the place.
I mean,
if you look at
it's cool to have a good variety.
So what we should have shared is we should have shared our end of the year recap. So we'll try to toss it in on our other episode, but the recap is where you get like an idea on like what you listen to the most, which.
Mine was straight Architects. I've been listening to Architects for a while, but one of their newer albums that came out, I think I went on like an 18 to 19 day streak of just, and it was like, I would start the album with one song and then I'd shuffle the rest of the album. It's that good. It doesn't have to be in order. So the one song I played was my most listened to. So it said I listened to that song for like 100 or 753 minutes.
Let's like shelf that, and we're gonna put that on the next episode. Okay. And we're gonna like, because we'll actually be able to like post stuff and we can talk about it. I don't have all that stuff on here, but that would be an awesome idea for sure. And sometimes ideas just come out of all this. Yeah. For us, you know. We would like to hear, like, what are you out there listening to?
What are you jamming?
Yeah,
like, is it bopping around town?
If it's country or it's K-pop, we don't care. You can post it on there. You know,
we don't
be ashamed of what you like. You know, just post it out there. You know, maybe it's something that we'll like, and maybe something we like. You like. You know, who knows?
Let's grow together.
So the next one up is gonna be something over the weekend that happened that I think we need to talk about, and this episode won't drop until next year, but
so happy New Year.
This was a pivotal moment in wrestling, and I kind of stopped watching wrestling when I was in like middle school. So this era, which was John Cena's retirement, his last match, and it's just such a big deal because, I mean, he literally kind of carried wrestling in the new, and like that, like whole era was all his. And he kind of, it's interesting to hear him talk. So I've been listening to like his interviews up to here, and his one for Joe Rogan, he literally said that a lot of things he did were just happy accidents. It's like, it's things that you could try to do and you could fail, but you're gonna still try it. Yeah. Because everyone out there, you need to, like, if there's something you want to do, just make sure you do it and you try it. And if it doesn't work, and it doesn't work, but his just worked. Like all the things that he would do, he's like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna see what happens.
Stop letting your fear.
And you can see in the
stop you.
When he first came out, like how he looked so much different. Yeah. He's got that like blonde tipped hair. Yeah. Cause he started in 2002, so he's been wrestling all the way up to now. And then on the right one is like more of him, like more modernish. Yeah. And then this is the part with his whole run was he was like the good guy all the way up until this year, which he decided to turn heel, which everyone heard about because it was like a huge ordeal. I mean, John Cena is like a person that like kids look up to. He's made the most wishes of anybody. Yeah. Isn't that wild?
I mean,
like what a great like
it's
thing
really
to
dope.
like you know, it's awesome, dude. Like just to, they said that anytime a kid would show up, he would make a point to like stop what he was doing and go to that kid and like make that kid feel like the best kid in the world. I mean, that's just like awesome. Like outside of his, you know, persona, now when he went heel, there was like a kid at that thing that was like distraught, like his hero just
turned into a villain,
turned into like the bad guy. And this next video up is going to be of his entrance when he came right after he went heel, his first entrance back. And if you play it on here, it's
ready for it.
Yeah, is that just okay? So the John Cena sucks entrance. I love the energy of the crowd. And all hear his music. You hear him? John Cena side. Like, can you imagine
having to walk out to that?
You're walking out, and there's people literally in this video flipping him off.
Was this his final one?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome John Cena.
And his whole like aura changed, like it's like very like calmed down. But this was like one of his like matches up to the end one.
Leading up to the...
And then if you go to the next one, it's even better. It's his final match in turn. So this is like he went heel for like a tiny bit, and then he went to be the good guy again, and he turned good. And then this is from his like last one, and I keep playing this because like the energy. You hear that music, the crowd roar. I mean, this is a sold out show. Like no seats. Like,
where was it at? Vegas,
Washington. And it just like gives me chills thinking about like imagine being up there right now. And just the energy of like the crowd's chanting his entrance. I mean, imagine being him, man. Just
it's a humbling thing.
Yeah, I mean, like
you made such a difference over your career, and like as far outside of wrestling,
and you see how like he's like really happy, and then this is how he usually acts. He takes the camera from the camera guy. This is like his thing, and he'll start like showing off the crowd from the camera guy. Like, you know how like certain people feel like people that you could genuinely meet? John Cena seems like one of those guys that I could meet, and he would be what I expect him to be. Yeah. Like, it wouldn't be like I meet him, and then it's like, oh wow, he's really a jerk. Like, he just seems like a good dude.
Yeah. I'll never not see him as Peacemaker though.
Like, how many times do you do this? You can't see me. And then his little salute.
And it started as a joke, and then it just...
Well, that's what he said, is he did it as like one of those like smaller shows. And he was like, I'm going to try it. If it don't work, it don't work. Yeah. And then it just worked.
It stuck.
Yeah. I mean, I have to give a lot of respect to him for doing this. Like, just his last show. All the people that are out there that care about him, and just feeling that energy and that. Can you imagine being in there? Like, I just always think, like, as a wrestler, like when the crowd like pops, when the crowd's like feeling what you're doing,
Same with
like the chanting. Like, I can't get over that. It's just like people singing your music where you're just like, I did something right.
Same with like musicians. I feel like a lot of musicians, they gain the energy you're giving them.
Yeah.
I
just hearing them chant it, oh man, it just gives me chills still. But we'll go back to the other slide. I kind of skipped over. So some of his achievements are, obviously he's considered to be the GOAT of wrestling. 17-time world champion, most of all time. 5-time United States champion, 1-time Intercontinental champion, 4 times tag team champion, 2 times Royal Rumble winner, and then he's debuted 8,570 days ago.
Yesterday.
June 27th, 2002. And then his last match. So it's like a big deal, like in wrestling, when they do like their last match. I mean, you put your shoes down. And it's just like this, like, you're happy, and he got to do it on his terms, but you're also sad because it's like, I'm never going to see him.
End of an era.
Now, we're going to still see him because we watch Peacemaker. So, and he's... a lot of people were wanting him to take off like his shoes and his armband, and then his shorts, because on Peacemaker he's in his undies.
Always in his underwear,
you know, but Man, he just, like, if you ever have a chance, just watch his interviews, because he just seems like a good dude. Like, seems...
It's a very humbling experience.
I think...
He seems very... he speaks directly from his chest. You know what I mean? Like, he mainly... Any interview I've ever seen of him, like, he's literally just talking to you from his heart. It's not a show. Like, it's not an act. He's just a real... human being.
That's why him going heel was such a big deal, because it was like the good guy. It's like Hulk Hogan going heel. Like,
everyone loses.
It was just really cool to watch, like, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk kind of like put the belt on him, because when Hulk Hogan had a match, Shawn Michaels and him put the belt on Hulk, so they put the belt on him. Like, it's just kind of like a sign of, like, respect and gratitude and
sportsmanship.
Like, Cody literally was the last person to leave around the ring. He just couldn't. Like, you're just, like, caught in this moment where you're like, this don't seem like it's real.
Yeah.
But it is, and it's so cool for Eli, my son, to be, like, so into wrestling. So we watch, like, WrestleManias, and he loves Undertaker, and, like,
who doesn't?
You know, Austin. Like, he just loves all that stuff. But John Cena, I have to give him 2 thumbs up for being a great dude and for going out on his own terms. And he also, I know a lot of people don't like how he went out, because he tapped out, and that was something he hasn't done in 20 plus years. But he wanted to make this show about putting over the next people. So he made the whole show. Every match was about putting over others.
The next.
So,
crew.
And that's something he always wanted to live by. So it's just awesome that, and you could see when he was right before he was gonna tap out, he had a grin on his face, because you could see that relief of gratitude, where it's like, I did it, and I'm happy that I did it my way, because he always made a point to involve everybody and everything. So I don't think he made that choice, you know, like, on his own. He had others who were also here with him. But what an awesome guy. So happy retirement to him. You know, we'll still be watching him in Fast and Furious 20 or Peacemaker or
season 10,
whatever movie he's in. You know, he'll do awesome for sure. So
thank you for your time, John Cena.
Never give up. And you can't see me.
Yeah, now we're never going to see you.
Did you see that on Google? Where you look up Google, and you click the hand, and then it goes away, and it goes black.
Yeah.
That was really funny.
Like Google, man. Doing all sorts of stuff.
All right. So the next one up is going to be the Spider-Man animated series. I had to wait to do this until the right time, because this one is key to, like, cartoons back in the early 90s, I think is what it ran, right? Just the intro, and we're going to play the intro, because you can't talk about this without having the intro in there.
Without hearing the intro.
You just know when you hear it.
It still looks so good. But I found Dr. Doom, so I was like, download Dr. Doom. Because he's coming. He's going to be coming.
Do you know the first thing I wanted to watch when Disney Plus first came out as an app was Spider-Man?
Yeah.
That's the first thing I looked for.
Because they released all of it.
Like, Spider-Man and Gargoyles and XMen, those were all the... But just, like, that era of, like, shows was so important for when you came home from school and you were ready to watch it. From, like, the intro, like, you just saw it.
Yeah.
Like, all the episodes. I mean, it's just awesome. Like, there's nothing to say bad about it. It's like the Spider-Man, the Venom. I mean,
I was wearing a Spider-Man, because I have quite a few. I was wearing one of my Spider-Man, my Miles Morales shirt at the kids' arcade a few weeks ago, and a kid came in with a Spider-Man shirt on. And I was like, love the Spider-Man shirt. And he was like, Spider-Man's my favorite. And I was like, you know why I love Spider-Man? And the kid was like, him and his dad, like they come in ever so often, but the kid was like, because he shoots webs. And I said, no, I love Spider-Man because he has been given every circumstance to be the bad guy. He's lost everything. He's been given every opportunity to be a bad guy, and he still does good.
Yeah.
And the dad was like, dude, that's a really good point. And I'm like, look, he's had every reason to just go off and be a villain, but he still does the right thing.
And he's still the good guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's still a good guy.
This show is probably what captured me being a Spider-Man fan. I'm more like a Spider-Man fan now as an adult, but as a kid, just that show.
It got you immersed into it.
Because it would come on all the time. And, this is before we had, like, live-action movies, really. Yeah. We had, like, that, like, not a great, like, live-action series a long time ago. But that wasn't on when I was little.
No.
But there's so many awesome things about the show. From, like, on the show, there's no guns. Police use laser guns instead of real ones, and words like death and kill were heavily restricted, so it was really guided to be a kid show PG, from like other things that were in it.
And they were like, which a lot of people don't realize this about censorship, but like what this says, neogenics. The show replaced radiation with neogenics due to censorship, making the spider bite a neogenic event, not a radiation event. But that's like you gotta think, man, there was a lot, like, when a lot of other countries are at war or something like that, all this stuff, especially kill and death, all this stuff seeps into
the youth
everyday things, like
what's
cartoons
crazy
and shows. But
this one didn't really, because that's why it was such a kid show. Cause,
it was.
But that's why we were so not exposed to like all that stuff, because our shows like this were just so guided to be a kid show. I wasn't trying to show my 5-year-old shooting people and sex and
drugs.
drugs. But Morbius is also cool. I didn't realize this, but to avoid showing blood, Morbius was depicted draining plasma through hand suckers instead of biting necks.
Yeah.
So it's just like little things that were like.
So it avoids the traumatic.
Yeah.
Biting someone through the neck.
And then this one's interesting because Gwen Stacy wasn't used initially because she was dead in the comics, so the show came after. But she inevitably appeared in the finale, which in the new movies she gets dropped and breaks her back and dies.
That whiplash kills her,
which is a heck of a drop.
Dude,
a really sad moment, but
terrible.
Just such a great. I mean, I just can't say enough about this show. Like, it's just awesome. I could just sit here and like I have it playing in the background right now, and I'd just be like, I don't want to say probably watching it because it's hard to just have on and not watch it,
not
because it just like immerses you in like your childhood, like as a kid, like you're just
now the J. Jonah Jameson, J.K. Simmons will forever be J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Honestly, it's like Stan Lee being Stan Lee.
Yeah. Honestly, when I watch Invincible, I'm like, Omni-Man is just J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
If he decided to get superpowers and kill everyone.
Like if he was in the show, he'd be himself.
Yeah.
He just has
Which honestly, in the last season when they did that multiversal crossover, they should have just had Omni-Man
just tossed in there,
killing Spider-Man. I told you I'd get you, Spider. And I'd be like, I'd probably just lose my shit.
It's such a great show though, like the theme song, Aerosmith, Joe Perry and his band performed the iconic theme leading to an episode where the symbiote makes Peter look like him, which is pretty interesting.
Looks like Joe
Christopher Daniel Barnes, the voice actor, made Peter's voice slightly higher and Spider's Spider-Man's deeper to differentiate them.
Just
I can't talk. I'm from Indiana.
Yeah. Shout out again, Evansville.
This is my Indian accent. But it's so like the Peter Parker in here. That's one thing too. Is like in the movies, it's been hard to capture because he just has like, I don't know, just like a certain like personality where he's like quirky and like you can hear him like talking to himself because when he gets like the black suit exposure to him where he has like symbiote in him, he kind of like the way he talks back and forth, but he kind of has like an edgier feel.
This is also wildly interesting. The early Blade, that series introduced Blade and his mentor Whistler, influencing their later live action appearances.
Yeah.
Which, look, if you all know we're like nerds about this stuff, if you know anything, you know Blade single-handedly saved Marvel.
Blade 1 and 2. 3 wasn't my favorite, but
I'll still watch 3, but
they're both awesome.
1 and 2 were
and
fantastic.
It's hard to like relive and rematch those. It's almost like it needs to be like left alone, you know, like it's just so awesome.
If I had a suspicion that there were vampire raves, I would want to avoid them, but if they play that banger, I'm there. That scene when they're in the blood rave, that music is just like, I hear it today and I'm like, that thing hits. But
definitely awesome.
Blade being successful kept Marvel Studios open. It gave them the bigger opportunity to make more superhero movies, and now look what we have now. Just a huge franchise.
Definitely a huge franchise for sure. I mean, it'd be hard to like. I think this show just push like toys,
paved the way
to watch the show. Just anything to do with Spider-Man at this time was like, you know, how they posted on like food and you like buy the macaroni for the show,
the web macaroni or the little Spider-Man ice cream bars.
I mean, I used to, like, as a kid, I'd have those macaronis. It's like it's not just macaroni now, it's special macaroni.
Yeah,
it's like E.T. like when he was on macaroni. It's like it's just cool.
I mean, it's marketed that way, you know.
The series finale featured a darker turn, with Green Goblin's prediction that inevitably they will hate you coming true as the public turned on Spider-Man, a very mature ending for a kid show. This was kind of like in the live action. I love how like the live action stuff kind of pulls from this, like, because this pulls from like the comics and everything.
It's all the Spider-Man lore.
Spider-Man, great show.
Yeah.
And if you haven't watched it, you need to watch it.
Yep. Do yourself a favor.
Now we're gonna go to the next one, which is another banger of a show. Like, we're talking about this one. Anytime any kid from this era hears this intro from the XMen animated series, you know it's about to go down, and you know what's about to happen.
I was about to say, like, if we wanted to be terrible, we wouldn't play this intro.
No, we have to play this.
There's so many people that are going to hear this intro that they're going to be like...
Your childhood's going to open up.
You're going to go right back to being a kid. And
you might stop this episode and go watch it for a little bit.
See you next time. Here's the credits.
Okay, here we go. Buckle up.
Previously on XMen.
What an intro. Wow. This is one of my favorite intros.
It's so good.
Like, even if you didn't read comics, this show got you reading comics because of that intro. Because like we talked about the cards and like all the things that influence by that, and they of course have like the X-Men. Was it X-Men 97 now?
Yes.
But this one,
have you watched?
They 97? Just haven't. So I haven't watched all of it. I actually have like a little bit of episodes left, but some of the changes I don't like what they did. But I do like this one because we weren't so focused on like little detail things changing, and on the other one it kind of changed, but it's still awesome too. But this one just resonates. Like it makes you. Who's your favorite character on this X-Men?
Man, the whole time, I'm not gonna lie, the whole time that intro was playing, I was like, I really hope you don't ask me that, because how can you choose?
I don't ask you that.
You know what I mean?
Here, I'll say one. Gambit.
Because
as a kid, like a guy that threw cards is just awesome. Now there's other favorites, right? But I think if we're talking about kid me would say like Gambit or maybe like Cyclops. Because they're like the people that are like, oh, this guy's cool. He can like shoot lasers out of his eyes.
I was trying to run through that the whole time of the intro because I'm like, look, Cyclops.
Then there's
dope,
Magneto,
Wolverine. Even some of the bad guys are super awesome. Sabretooth.
It's just hard to pick one, but as a kid, I feel like I feel like Gambit would have been the one. He just has that like cool guy feel.
I like the game, just the way he talks, man. It's
that's something they can't capture in the live action. They can't capture the.
I don't know, dude. Channing Tatum's Gambit in Deadpool and Wolverine was fantastic.
I just don't. I think the guy before him was a good, like
from Origins.
The guy that was on there for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, and
but those 3 seconds were pure magic.
I like that dude. I like him playing Gambit in X-Men Origins because I also am a massive fan of John Carter.
Yeah,
that's on Disney Plus too. You should watch it. It's so good.
Nonchalantly, you should.
Yeah.
I just think
shameless plug there. That's what you guys want to talk about one of my favorite movies, John Carter. But
I think Gambit's
up there, man.
I think this whole intro is up there.
Yeah,
it's like, and we're gonna talk about other intros in the future. There's cartoon intros. We got plenty to talk about there.
I can tell you the one that lives rent-free in my head, and we'll discuss it again on a different episode, Franklin.
I thought you were going to say DuckTales.
No, DuckTales
is the one.
DuckTales is good too.
What is it with intros back then? Like, some shows you don't remember the intros now because we always, like, go past them. We're like, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
But these ones, you have to let them play.
Like
it's almost like against the religion back then.
I don't generally skip intros. I've never skipped a Peacemaker intro.
The Peacemaker
I watch that whole thing every time. Stranger Things
is different because Foxy Shazam is a band that I used to listen to, and that's what the intro is. And it's like it's like the dancing, it's
perfect.
It's
perfectly choreographed. We're getting way off.
For Resistance, Fox Broadcasting Company was initially hesitant about the show, fearing the target audience wouldn't be interested in the complex X-Men lore, notes IMDb and The Hollywood Reporter. So I could see it kind of having some pushback because back at the time,
there was a time where comic books were just completely outcast.
Well, they had to kind of sneak in. That's why Spider-Man's first issue is Amazing Fantasy 15, because they kind of snuck in superheroes. But in our era, there just wasn't. I don't think there was a lot of these. At least I don't remember. This is the one that I remember from our childhood. It was on. You would be having it in the background watching it.
Yeah.
But the opening credit scene, creator Stan Lee wanted to narrate the famous intro, but producer Larry Hudson pushed for more characters and action, a decision that made the intro a hit, notes The Hollywood Reporter. So it's cool that
I still want to hear. I want to hear the intro with Stan Lee narrating it though.
Well, it's probably out there.
It's somewhere.
Okay.
Give it to us, Fox.
Wolverine's voice actor, Carl Dodd, and the Cyclops actor, Norm Spencer, had fun in this video, including impromptu impressions during pool scenes, according to comic book resources.
That's funny.
It's always cool, like the little like things that go on in there, you know.
Yeah, like almost like blooper reels and
Yeah.
stuff. Like out,
like the ones that play in the background sometimes here.
Yeah.
Fox Broadcasting Company asked for more episodes after the show was supposed to end, leading to a longer run, says IMDb. So that they were trying to get more episodes, but there just wasn't any more.
No, we got them now. They're about to do another season.
But this show just definitely, just overall, there's just so many like cool things that we learn about, like researching all the stuff that, well, you know, like as a kid you didn't have access to all that, but it's like really cool to like learn about shows that you used to watch and like the background stuff.
So, but the stuff yeah, it's superheroes fighting supervillains, but like this right here, the thematic depth. The series tackled serious subjects like racism, social justice, and civil rights, making it more than just a kid's cartoon. There always is some, even though this is completely animated, it is sci-fi. They involve real life things.
Like real
lessons.
world issues.
Yeah,
for sure. And it's really, I think this show just made you as a kid want to be like a superhero, you know, like you're watching this and you're like, really I'm gonna go try to do some stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
get good at throwing cards. like Gambit.
Well, not that good. But the show, so it eventually went into XMen 97, the newer one.
Yeah. And
the series directly continues from the original show's finale, not rebooting it, which is cool that they, instead of like starting over, they were like, let's just continue on. Now they did have to make some little tweaks in there of like stuff, but that's okay. And the video game influenced some fight. What's that saying? Choreography in the newer X-Men 97 is inspired by the X-Men, Children of the Atom, and Marvel vs. Capcom games. So it's really cool that like the video games kind of influence.
I quote that all the time.
What?
You want to talk about a banger? We'll throw it in here at some point. The music for Marvel's versus Capcom. I hear it every weekend.
Yeah, we should.
Marvel versus Capcom, and then
we'll add that in our notes.
The intro, the music to it. I'm like, every time I.
What is it with like music back then? I mean, it's just something. It's just something about it, like
hits different.
Yeah.
I mean, it just stuck. It stuck with you, you know.
Yeah. It just sticks.
Yeah.
This next one, I've been waiting because this is like a big one. And I even had to wear the Bulls hat for this one because as a kid in the early 90s, you didn't watch sports maybe, but Michael Jordan was like the GOAT of like our era. And you can argue, we can go back and forth. We're not sports guys really, but as a kid,
everyone knew Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. How many kids' name were Michael or Jordan in the 90s that are born? How many of you out there that are listening have that name?
Yeah. How many of you got named after this man?
Because, I mean, this is one of the people I don't know if I'd want to meet because I've heard different things, but as a kid, I looked up to Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, I had him on my wall. I was watching Space Jam and all the different things, and he's got so many achievements such as 6-time NBA champion, 6-time NBA Finals MVP, 5 times NBA MVP, 10 times NBA scoring champion, 3 times NBA steal leader, 14 times NBA All-Star, 3 times NBA All-Star MVP, 10 times All NBA first team, 9 times NBA All Defensive first team, two-time slam dunk
Rookie of the Year
contest champion.
This
Like,
gets
there's
me.
just-
Games played 1,072. Points scored 32,292. Average points per game is 30. That's
like,
insane.
We're not like stats guys, so we don't know. Like, obviously, there's like other people now, but
Yeah.
from our era,
Not being
this is like the
a
kid.
sports person and reading this stat sheet, you're like, holy hell, this dude balled.
yeah.
I mean, and there were times where, like you said,
obviously he had to have his team, right? So we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about his other teammates
doubles.
later on because you can't, because you got Rodman, you got Pippen, you got all the other players that were involved. I mean, Rodman was a wild man, but
I mean,
just an overall, like, think about like growing up and like what he had to go through to get to that point, to like practicing and like all that stuff. I mean, he was just, and something about the Bulls logo just hits.
Yeah.
Just the logo. I mean, that's just the team's logo. It's just like it doesn't have to change because it's awesome. And I don't even watch, like I said, I don't watch sports like hardcore. I just kind of catch it here and there. But let's just say if Michael Jordan played a game, I'd probably watch that game.
Yeah.
Because I just love Michael Jordan, even though he's got more money than he needs to know what to do with now. But and just think when, I mean, like, that's right here. So he scored a 38-point in Game 5 of the 1997 finals with a severe stomach virus. I mean, this dude was getting it.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Holds the all-time playoff scoring average, 33.4 points per game, and the most 50-point playoff games.
8.
And the only guard with over 100 blocks in a season, and leads the league in steals 3 times.
Yeah.
Leads his team in points, assists, steals, rebounds as a rookie. Not even
not even a seasoned player, man.
that's why people call like John Cena like the GOAT, because of GOATs. Like, you consider him a GOAT. Like, and I'm not gonna sit here and argue about who's better. I mean, I just think Jordan overall is just part of our childhood. I mean, he also, off court and personal life stuff, he developed a fear of water after a childhood friend drowned despite owning a yacht. Like it's okay though. He's still Jordan.
I think this is also what stems most when we think about Jordan not being sports guys.
Yeah,
is Space Jam. Played alongside Bugs Bunny and the Looney Tunes, man.
And then played, iconic. And then some of the things he did that weren't as he did golf for a little bit and do like some baseball, but those are ones he didn't really like. I didn't really like follow hard. He played minor league baseball for the Birmingham Barons, hitting 3 home runs in 1 game. This one's funny. A strain of bacteria, Salmonella M. Jordan, was named after him. And then you can't talk about Jordan without talking about this one. His Air Jordan brand is a global phenomenon, almost never happening, as he initially favored Adidas.
Think about where
partnering with Nike.
Think about how big Adidas would be if he went with Adidas.
Think about how big Jordans are.
Yeah. I
mean, we can talk about that in its own slide, like just Jordans themselves, because that's like, I didn't put a lot in there for that, but just Jordan's a brand. I mean, as a kid, I owned like the Michael Jordan jersey. I wanted to have the Jordan shoes. I wanted
the old school Bulls jacket,
which I am currently. I might be looking at trying to get. I want like a black satin starter with like the Bulls on the front and then the white on the back, because it's just something about that like bomber jacket or the pullover one. For like right now when it's like really cold. Yeah. But something about the colors and the logo. It just hits, like, and like the shoes, Jordan shoes from back in the day. I mean, if you were a kid, like, and you were looking at magazines or at the shoe store, you're going over to look at the Jordans. You're not looking at the LeBrons. As a kid, LeBron shoes weren't even a thing yet. And then, like, obviously you have like the off-brand, which are the Shaqs.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that most of us got because the Jordans weren't cheap.
No,
and they're not cheap now.
No way.
But they're still selling. I don't even have a number on here, but I'm sure Jordan's like. Let's just look up because I didn't even add in here. But let's see. What's Jordan's
run today?
Jordan.
I'm saying $150.
No, like I want to see what the net worth.
Net worth of Jordan.
So the Jordan brand, a Nike subsidiary, is valued at over $10 billion, generating billions in annual revenue, with Michael Jordan earning vast sums through royalties, over $150 million annually.
That's insane.
And his equity stake significantly contributing to his estimated 3.2 to 3.5 billion net worth, making the Air Jordan partnership one of history's most successful business deals. I mean, I didn't have it in here, but I just read it off because I didn't have it in here. But isn't that crazy? Shoes. Like, and when he started wearing them in the games, that's when everybody was like, I gotta have that shoe. And then he'll wear the next one, I gotta have that one.
Trendsetter.
I mean, what a smart guy.
I mean,
like to be that young, and I mean, you're just making deals left and right.
You're just raking in cash.
And then Jordan's love for Adidas. Growing up, Jordan loved Adidas tennis shoes. They were his favorite, and his love for them almost prevented him from accepting an endorsement deal with Nike. Jordan didn't want to meet with Nike representatives. He told his manager he wasn't interested and instead wanted to make a deal with the Adidas. Falk encouraged Jordan and his parents to meet with Nike, and the company offered him a 5-year deal worth $2.5 million. The rest is history. The deal is still going strong. In 2022, the Jordan brand reached over $5 billion in sales. In 2013, Jordan asked whether his brand would have been as strong with the Adidas. There's no way to know the answer, but it's hard to imagine the Jordan brand without Nike as a point, because the Nike logo, like, I don't know about you, but as a kid, Nike was like the brand that I wanted to have my shoes. Like, I didn't always have like these kind of shoes. I had like more like wearing to do stuff shoes, but Nike was just, it's just hard to imagine Jordans without. Like, I can't imagine Adidas being on them, you know, but you'll just never know. So he also owns a NASCAR team. He formerly majority owner of the NBA team Charlotte Hornets, and Hall of Famer, inducted twice into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Individually and with the Dream Team. I mean, he's just awesome. Like, Jordan's just one of those guys that, growing up, I don't know, it's just
iconic.
You iconic. Know how like certain people, kind of like Bob Ross, like those kind of guys, like I feel like Jordan's like in that category of like people that I looked up to as a kid, like Stone Cold Steve Austin, Jordan. Like it's all these
Mr. Rogers.
And we will talk about that. Will be in the future, the trifecta,
the Holy Trinity, as they're normally sometimes called,
the Trinity of awesome people. But
who comes to mind when you hear the Holy Trinity? Whoever's listening to this
or who's your favorite basketball player of all time, or even now or back then?
Current.
But I think Jordan's an awesome dude, man. He's just
Jordan's done a lot.
He's done a lot for like, I think I read one of the stats, but like during COVID, maybe it was Jordan that he like donated or did so much with like people. I don't remember. I'm not gonna add that in there, but he's done other like stuff out there, you know, like he's got so much money that he don't know what to do with all of it. But now we can't talk about this without talking about the next one, which is Space Jam. You talk about Jordan, Space Jam.
Yeah.
You remember the cups, the
plates,
toys, the plates. I mean, Space Jam is like like the new one's good, but this is my Space Jam. Like this is the one that I grew up watching. It might not look as cool on CGI, but as a kid, I thought this was awesome.
I didn't watch the new one because I don't think it will compare to the original.
No,
that's just me being biased. I'll be real with you. I did. Very seldom do I watch sequels to movies.
But I think Space Jam is definitely awesome.
Top tier.
For sure. And
shall we're
going to play
trailer?
The trailer for it to really immerse you into this movie.
Oops.
When the world's greatest athlete, Michael Jordan, teams up with the world's best-loved cartoon character, Bugs Bunny, you won't believe your eyes.
Pardon me, Mr. Jordan. Can I have your your John haircut?
What's going on here?
We need your help!
You heard of the Dream Team? Well, we're the Mean Team. Ready?
Yeah!
Doc.
Yeah.
You kick it in here. You go to the hole and dominate. We on defense.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. I don't play defense. Warner Brothers presents Jordan.
Bugs
Bunny.
Special delivery!
Together, they just might save the world. Space Jam. You've never seen anything like
Oh
it.
man, it just makes you want to like watch it right now.
And it's so short because it doesn't need more.
No, because they weren't trying to hand out all the
secrets and spoil it.
But what do you think about Bill Murray's cameo?
Love it.
His role was a nod to his own 90s commercials where he tried to become an NBA player.
Yeah.
I mean, having him in there just really adds in to like the aura.
Oh yeah.
And the iconic theme song created in just 2 weeks by Quad City DJs with limited movie footage. I mean, it just lines up.
Yeah.
And like as a kid, I used to have the cassette tape. It was I Believe I Could Fly, and I think this one was on there the intro, but just those two. But they actually recruited NBA players. Was tough. Future star. How do you say his name? Groggy?
Georgie.
If we pronounce that wrong, we're sorry. Was almost cast, but couldn't make it, though Sean Bradley did. So, I mean, it's just really cool. The Jordan domed a full-size private basketball court with weights, locker room, and a TV was built for Jordan during filming, keeping his skills sharp. I mean, he was dedicated to being still an NBA player.
I mean, he is already a great athlete, but the commercial origins, the film grew from famous Nike ads featuring Michael Jordan and Bugs Bunny fighting Marvin the Martian. Off subject of Space Jam, everyone loves Bugs Bunny, but Marvin the Martian, dude, is one of the dopest Looney Tunes.
Who's your favorite Looney Tune?
I'd say Marvin the Martian.
I'd say Taz.
Taz.
As a kid, Taz was like the guy for me. I think it was just because I was like the high energy kid, like running around, so he like really fit to like me. Like, I mean, Taz is just dope. Like he's just, I mean, he's the Taz Van Dale, and he's there like spinning around. He was, let's just say, Taz was the guy that I'd play in games too. Yeah. Like if you had a choice of characters, it'd be like Bugs and Taz.
I was always Marvin.
Yeah. Marvin nowadays has got that like dope, cool like feel, you know.
Yeah.
Like he's just a really cool guy. But the film introduced the feminist basketball playing character Lola Bunny as Bugs Bunny's love interest, and she's kind of been changed, kind of like almost like what we talked about earlier, how certain things like you redid it and now they gotta like change certain things, and that's the part I like personally didn't like as much as they kind of
change Lola.
There's just changed things like making her shorts longer, trying to make it less like feminist, and I just kind of like the not thinking about things type of feel. I don't like the whole like, oh we gotta do this, and like, you know, like I just like it just as it was.
I mean, and
it's just like small little things they do nowadays.
Yeah.
The Toon Squad had specific numbers: Bugs number 1, Daffy number 2, and Lola number 10. And then the CJ's Toys store in the background is a tribute to Looney Tunes creator Chuck Jones.
Yeah.
And the toys were also the thing too, and I actually still have them in that bag over on the floor. I still got my, like, it was like McDonald's or Burger King or something like that. It's like the kind that you piece all together and they lock into one, and then the actual toys you could buy. I was just really about like Jordan and Space Jam and like all that stuff. There was a quick jab at Disney's The Mighty Ducks also in the film, which I didn't really catch that one, so I don't know what it is. But Space Jam remains the highest grossing basketball movie of all time, even over the one that's out now, like the newer one.
The newer one.
The original website, a time capsule of early web design, remained untouched and accessible for years. So they like left the website still up for the movie. Because as a kid, you would always hop on those websites to look up stuff. So,
if you had internet.
Yeah, if you had internet.
Yeah, depending on where you lived. I lived out in the county, and it was scarce out there.
Scarce internet.
And dial-up internet, like, man.
So I would say, like, Space Jams, man, it's one I could definitely, like, have on in the background and watch nowadays. Right over there.
I'm gonna choke on this tea.
He's just so excited about Space Jam.
Yeah, I can't wait.
He's like coughing. He's at the.
Can't wait to talk about this next one.
So the next topic of who remembers from back in the day, back in my day, as everybody likes our
back in my day,
disposable cameras. Because this is before we had these fun little phones where we could just take infinite pictures and store them and have so many, and we don't even need half the pictures we got, and we got way
you need to get rid of them when your phone's like you're almost out of memory.
I had to pick this picture because it captures the one on the right. Do you know what the one on the right is? The waterproof ones.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember those as a kid?
I can see
how cool it was to take the camera in the water.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not just taking a picture. You're like, I can take it in the water and take pictures.
Yeah.
And you could have on, like, I have pictures that
take this in the bathtub.
Wow. So I grew up in an apartment area and we had a pool. So we would actually take them in to the water and just thought it was so cool. And do you remember that sound when you would, and you would slide to the next one and you would have like the number of ones that you would have left. Yep. And you would, if you wouldn't turn it all the way, it'd be like over another picture.
Locked, yeah.
It'd like lock it up. And then you had like the flash. But no, this is back when you took it one time. Yeah. That's all you got. If you had your finger just barely over it, it would be like in the picture. Yeah. Or if you had your whole hand over the thing. But and then along with the disposable cameras, there was all the rolls. And you'd have like a stack of rolls. And then you would go develop them and forget everything. And you could have a roll from like a year ago in there by accident that just got tucked underneath, because you would put it in like that little it was like a little like black container, right? You like popped on the lid. Yeah because it to prevent light from saturating it.
I remember we had, I mean, growing up in the 90s, man, they were huge.
Because you could take pictures cheap. Like, you didn't have to spend a lot to buy one of those.
But the thing was, I remember we'd take them to drop them off to get done. And I remember my dad one time saying, like, hey, I don't remember what was on this roll. So, like,
it could be anything.
Anything. You could go from kid's birthday party, 4th of July, to boom, vintage 90 nudes.
I never experienced. I always thought about the person
to be taking them, but
at the store, like getting them turned to pictures. What do they see?
Right.
That's the question. Is like, what are they seeing? Yeah. Which I mean, you had to be over there. You didn't have like a little clicker, so I mean, it would be.
I mean,
I guess you could
to do the pictures was probably. I mean, could you imagine just having all these pictures because they put them in the water or whatever? or
Yeah.
however they did it.
Or that little room with like like hang them up all wet.
But
like change.
can imagine just going through all these pictures, like, oh yeah, I'm developing these people's pictures, and you're like, oh, birthday party, dad's dick, whoops, and you just gotta keep going through it, and you're like, how wild probably some of those pictures were. But I've also seen now, in our time now, I've seen it where people will give like one recently was Post Malone that I saw. Dude was like, hey, you're starting your tour now. Here's the disposable camera. Send it to me when your tour's over. Just take as many pictures of whatever you want. And he was like, yeah. And like it shows a majority of the pictures
Post
he
Malone
took.
seems like a cool dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's the kind of guy that would be like, yeah, I'll do that.
Probably taking some chill. He did. Like the picture, the
did
reel of pictures you see.
He didn't take a dick picture.
No. If he did, they cut it out. Release the picture. No. But it's just cool that people still to this day, I've seen it at weddings. You're at a wedding and they have disposable cameras on the table. So
well, you never know at weddings. I think people are like taking to the bathroom and taking a picture of the poop they just took. Or
hey, you want to know how your wedding meal was? Big old picture of a log. Yeah.
But it's something about like us capturing things the first time and not like trying to make sure no one's blinking. There's no red eye. Like, but back then you just took it and whatever you got, which is on that last episode, that picture that was kind of dark. That's why, because
disposable
maybe there wasn't flash, or when the flash wasn't on, or it's just back then you just took pictures in their simple plastic boxes with a fixed focus lens and basic shutter and flash. There wasn't like fancy 4 cameras on one
zoom.
thing and zoom in and taking a panorama or like
but most of the time you handed them to kids, and what's the first thing a kid does?
Take a picture of themselves.
No. Most of the time they're like, here honey, take some pictures, and the kid just goes like points it straight up. So you got like 3 pictures of just nothing. And or maybe the top of the kid's head. And it's like,
because you want to take pictures, you take pictures of anything.
Yeah.
Your room, like you take a picture of something, you like a toy, but that's where you capture those things to like show now, because you don't, because we as kids don't have as much as we do now, because now I have more than I need.
Yeah.
I got so many pictures, but it was just cool, like the idea of like rolling the thing and clicking the button. Like I think we should buy one and just take pictures and just
do it.
Just like take random pictures, and we'll probably have a bunch of pictures of the sky if I take them, because I love taking pictures of the sky.
Nothing
and
wrong with it. Like
leaves and hey, look, it's so cold outside. I can
see my breath. Taking pictures of your breath. But like we were talking about earlier, the film is pre-wound to take up spool. It's pre-wound onto the take-up spool, protecting it if the camera is opened accidentally, because your cameras would come open.
Yeah, like if it broke.
So like older cameras, that spool was like spring-loaded, so it would just shoot all that spool out. But then on these cameras, on the disposable ones, it was made to where they couldn't spring out and ruin essentially a whole roll of photos that you've taken just because you dropped it or whatever. And they were durable little things.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't.
They were like, let's make them water.
It wasn't as durable as like the Nokia phone.
Yeah, no way.
That thing you could drop off the Empire State Building and probably.
Yeah, I think that thing's been around since medieval times.
It's like cockroaches, Twinkies, Nokia phone.
Nokia phone.
Like,
yep.
It's got to be that one. But
with
these cameras, I think the underwater feature was just cool, because this is before you had your phone, you could put in like little envelopes and take pictures. Yeah. This was just like, I could take this in the water. I think that part was just cool. But I think, disposable cameras is for sure something that we grew up using, and it's pretty awesome to think that people are like bringing it back again to do it. Like I've seen people take pictures with like those really old cameras, really like fold up and like one bulb for each shot, like type of thing. It's
blows
like
as soon as it does.
That's pretty sweet. Like it just captures like a different feeling of an era, you know.
So I mean, they came out in the late '80s. The waterproof versions were introduced in the late '80s. Were great for divers and snorkelers before waterproof phones. Which they say your phone's waterproof, but no, they're not really.
If you drop in the toilet,
just gonna get shit on it. Probably.
And it's excellent for travels, events where you want to capture moments without risking a pricier camera, offering a nostalgic, no-care photo vibe.
And that's what we were talking about earlier. You just shoot whatever you feel like taking a picture.
Yeah, and if
Wind
it's
that
not
thing
perfect,
and
it's
let
not
it
perfect.
go. Nostalgia factor. They provide a unique, often candid look distinct from digital photos, perfect for capturing moments without fuss.
Because it's just
if you were moving around a bit, your parents probably got pretty fussy. Like as they're mad winding that thing. Will you just sit still? Sorry. Ready for the next one? Sorry, I got a little trigger happy.
So I think these are cool, and if you bring them back, take pictures, post them in the bottom. Well, we would love to see some of those.
If you got older photos,
we want to see appropriate pictures.
Yeah.
Don't be posting
Don't comment nasty, vulgar pictures on the videos. Send those to my DM directly.
You're like, send those to my OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah.
So this next topic is a banger of a topic, and this is we'd like to talk about albums every once in a while, or like things we were listening to. So this is something that when it came out, this was playing repeat back and forth all the time. And this is Drowning Pool's first album, Sinner.
So a
solid album. Like this is from front to back.
When you sent me the notes and I saw this,
yeah,
that was, and I love that you put it in the slide too, because as soon as I saw that, I was like, in parentheses, solid fucking album.
Because it is a solid album.
It is.
Like from front to back.
It is. It's so good.
Definitely one it's hard to match without the original lead singer in the band.
Yeah.
And my uncle actually got to see Drowning Pool with the original singer, like
phenomenal.
Weeks or a month before he passed away. I mean, this album went platinum in just 6 weeks, a massive achievement for a debut album.
Yeah.
And
it was
Bodies.
the song Bodies.
Bodies. Do you remember the video?
Yes.
Where it's like
in like a asylum.
Yeah,
or
and was it like one?
Yeah, and
like it just
screaming in his face,
and then it goes to like it's just like yelling. It's just so awesome.
That song. So I mean, like, look, it even says it became a cultural staple used in gyms, video games, WWE events. There were movies. I'm trying to think if it was Jet Li's movie One, Bodies, because dude, all he's doing is dropping bodies throughout the whole movie, and that song's playing, and it's like, dude, it just gets you amped.
It's a hype album.
Yeah, for real.
But it's also got some songs on there that are like kind of chill, so it's kind of like hype, chill. It's like kind of back and forth.
A good medium.
The album name comes from a tattoo that the original singer Jay Williams had on his arm. And so I think it was on his hands. Yeah,
and that's what it's pictured on the album cover.
It's so cool that like it's just. So this is the only album with Dave Williams on it, who passed away from a hypertrophic cardiovascular,
cardiomyopathy,
or hydroplastic cardiomyopathy. Okay. While touring for the album in 2002, which is really like sad, because then I feel like after that, I think their next album with the new person was like in the movie Punisher.
Yeah,
one of them.
And it was good. Their second album was good, but or if you want to call it their sophomore album, was good. But like you can't tap into the original that they had.
because you don't have the original like lead singer.
Yeah.
And
you lost that energy, and it's kind of similar to and like I see that they're supposed to be announced to do more tours next year. The same with like Limp Bizkit since Sam's passed away.
Yeah.
Once you lose such a crucial member, like Foo Fighters is still doing it after losing Taylor.
Which is kind of tough too, because it's hard to like match that aura.
But you also have all that history that's just gone. You know what I mean? Like
it's hard to like fill those like void.
Yeah, but it's hard to fill the void of a person you've
Linkin
grown.
Park.
Yes.
Like without Chester, it's like I feel like the singer's the hardest one to match.
Yeah.
Because like nothing can compare to like this lead singer, just like Linkin Park. Nothing against the girl.
Yeah.
It's just to match her to him.
Yeah.
It's just hard.
It's night and day difference.
Like it's not impossible. It's just tough to as a fan to like be like, oh, okay, this is okay.
Yeah.
It's hard to accept it at first, it's like it's good, but it's not the same.
Because it's not the OG.
It's not the same. But the band plans to release deluxe editions and unreleased tracks with Dave Williams for future anniversaries honoring his legacy. So it's really cool that, and they're still trying to like kind of like Linkin Park, like putting out songs or putting out things that were like unedited.
Same with, they have demos, including one called Heroes that might see the light of day, according to drummer Mike Luce.
That'd be pretty cool to hear, like an unreleased.
Oh yeah, man.
And
demos are like, but look at albums back in the day, man. You'd get a 12 track CD, but most of the time bands would sprinkle in like little hidden tracks.
Yeah, because it's like something you didn't hear.
You
but
always
it
wanted to
cut.
look at the time for each song, because it'd be like 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes, 2 minutes and 35 seconds.
Or two songs that kind of sound like the same.
And then there'd be one song on the album that's like 13 minutes long, and you're like, there's a hidden track sprinkled in this bad boy somewhere. You know what I mean? And it could be anything between audio clips or
like
whatever.
Linkin Park's ones that were released here recently were definitely, you could tell they fit the album. Yeah. But it just didn't make the cut, where it was like, it just...
Some of the songs, one of them that was recently released was like... was a song they scrapped from Meteora.
Yeah.
I mean, you can feel that Meteora vibe to it. And it's
we're going to talk about Linkin...
we're talking about Drowning Pool right now.
We're going to talk we're going to talk about Linkin Park one day, don't worry. That's on the like list for sure, definitely, because Linkin Park and Drowning Pool are kind of around the same era.
Yeah.
And they also played in Ozfest in 2001 for further cementing their place in the null metal scene, which is what they would be like, because like back then, I mean,
considered new metal.
Yeah.
Like
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah,
definitely, man. This album's just so good. I wish we could just like play it right now, but I know we would. Again, this is another one we would get copyright struck so hard.
But I'm gonna listen to it on my way to work.
This next one is definitely a banger as well. Who remembers Columbia House? That advertisement you would get in the mail, where me and Andrew weren't like poor kids, but like these are things that like we look forward to getting in the mail. Yeah. So we could fill them out and get a free or cheap or however it worked out. Yeah. And just look at this: 4 DVDs for 49 cents. Yeah. That's crazy. And you remember? So when I was a kid, everyone had a turn. So like my dad would pick something, my mom would pick something, and you would either pick like one or two or however it worked out. Yeah. And then I'd pick one. It was like exciting to like look through there and peel it off or check it on or however you would fill it out. But I remember like peeling them off and putting them on the like paper. I was like, this is the one I'm getting. Yeah. Like, and you were like excited. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get something in the mail. Like, and it's gonna be.
Yeah. And then you'd have to wait in the mail.
And just as advertisement, I mean, you can see like the era of this one. This is probably like
I'm looking at top row.
Shrek.
I'm looking at Rat Race right next to Shrek, but Shrek is on there. Gladiator's on there.
American Pie.
Yeah.
Armageddon.
Behind him in
Gone in
line.
60 Seconds.
You got Tom Hanks.
Austin Powers.
You got Tom Hanks doubled up there with Forrest Gump and Green Mile right beside it.
Gladiator, The Fast and Furious, Matrix.
Pulp Fiction, Armageddon.
Like, it'd be tough.
Yeah, dude. Like, and they're like, yeah, well, pick 4. Keep them all on there. Even on the right side, you got Knight's Tale.
You got some Pink Floyd, like, live show or something on there, which I probably wouldn't pick the music as a kid. Friday. Which as a kid, you wouldn't get away with getting that one, probably.
Yeah.
Until you're a little older.
Blade's on there, too.
But it was just cool to, like, get these in the mail. And, like, I remember the, like, ad. So if you go to the next one. So this one's not the ad, but 12 hot hits for a cool penny.
Yeah.
A penny.
Yeah.
You would pick
6
like,
CDs.
And it's hard to read them because this was like a blurry picture, but just like Michael Jackson on there, bad.
Yeah.
I mean, just think of like the things you would look for as a kid. 6 CDs for $1.
Yeah.
Dude, I couldn't even get a McDonald's Happy Meal right now.
McDonald's boy.
For $1.
But the cool thing is the and like you said, we can't really read it because it's probably a picture taken off of the deep depths of the internet.
Because we're old.
Yeah.
I just can't see us.
But I love seeing that it says classics from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Like, look, these just weren't new pop things. These weren't just hottest artists. These were bangers from centuries ago.
But you didn't get them on like Netflix and like YouTube Music and Spotify, so you were like trying to find something that like, I'm gonna add this to my collection, and to be in the rotation.
And there were a lot of parents out there that were like, ooh, you'd have Christmas albums and stuff. You know what I mean? This is how, instead of going to a record store or a music store, you could just, if you had one of these, you could just be like, I'm gonna pre-order all this stuff. So that's cool. So, shall we play the commercial for it?
It is on there. So yeah, we're gonna play the commercial.
It's the best part of the day.
The vibe
You put all your
is 90s.
Get ready for a smile on your face.
Yeah,
It's
just
the right time, just the right place. The music you love, the movies you share, the things that make you care. Keeping value high, we'll serve you so our relationship will grow and grow. Columbia House, big enough to bring you all the best entertainment.
Look for special Columbia House offers this month in selected magazines, newspapers, and your mail.
Columbia House, big enough to entertain America. One person at a time. One person at a time.
Look at that setup he's got.
Yeah, he's got a sweet like stereo
sound
setup.
system, surround.
But like I remember back then, you would sign up for it so you could get what you were wanting, and then you would cancel it. But you have to cancel it soon enough so that you wouldn't get charged again.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you get charged. But this one's kind of a long one. But Columbia House Record Club was formed in 1955 by CBS/Columbia Records as an experiment to market music directly by mail, spurring sales to royal consumers and heading off competition from mail order companies from outside the record industry. New members to the club were enticed with a free record just for joining. To appease brick and mortar retailers, titles in the club's catalog were not made available until 6 months after retail release, later reduced to 3 months, and retailers that helped recruit members got a 20% commission. By the end of that year, the club had 125,175 members who had purchased 700,000 records, 1.174 million net.
That's crazy.
The operation grew so quick that in 1956 it was moved from New York City to a new home base, a distribution center in Terre Haute, Indiana.
Wow.
Which is pretty close to us.
Yeah.
A railway accessible city where Columbia had recently opened a record pressing facility. Within a year, the club had 687,652 members and had sold 7 million records, which is a worth of 14.888 million net. And by 1963, it commanded 10% of the record music retail market.
And that
isn't that crazy? 10% is pretty big for
But hearing those numbers of records sold, 7 million records equaling
hearing just records in general.
$14.8
That's how long
million
ago.
dollar net. And what year? 1963. That is insane.
Like, it's just crazy to think like they've been going that long. That the penny trick, early deals often required you to mail a penny with your order form to prove you were real, as noted in Wikipedia. Isn't that funny? Imagine sending a penny in the mail.
Yeah, right.
Which pennies aren't even made now, so
Right.
they stopped making them.
Stopped making them.
Just
Lick
recently.
and stick stamps.
This is the part I remember.
Yeah,
the lick and stick stamps.
They sent sheets of
sent
stamps.
sheets of stamps featuring the albums offered. You'd lick and stick them onto your order card, making mailings look like official postages. It's just like... So it also created massive junk mail. These colorful stamp-filled envelopes became a staple of junk mail, with different offers going to different households, according to Wikipedia.
Huh.
Which, for us, it was like something that we would get that we actually wouldn't throw away.
Yeah.
Whereas like nowadays, I'd probably throw it away because I get a lot of mail. So it was a huge draw for teenagers, offering instant gratification albums with the promise of future purchases. Intercepted mail from parents was common, says Wikipedia. So Columbia House was just like one of those things. It's not around no more, obviously, like because other things have kind of hopped over. But it is something that you remember as a kid being like excited. It's so funny, like little things that were exciting. You know, I wasn't looking for like to be entertained. I was just looking to just have something small, you know, not too big, just something easy and simple in the mail. So the next topic up is who remembers marble, coupons, blankets, jackets, and so much more. Those things that if you smoked, which I didn't smoke, but I remember being the little things on the cartons, right? It was like the little like coupon that you would like cut out, and then you would collect them all together. And I remember seeing all this like merchandise though, like the bag, the jacket, whatever you could advertise marble on.
To
like
smoke.
Yeah.
I actually have a blanket at home.
Does it smell like marble smoke?
No. Still, it's completely sewn out of used cigarette butts.
Yeah.
No, it's not. My grandmother had it. She had marble. She smoked Marlboros. But man, we got duffel bags as kids, blankets. There were some really cool jackets.
But it was cool that you could like collect them. The point, it was like encouraging people to smoke, which is not good, right? You know,
not
like
now.
Nowadays, it's like, but
back then it was.
I like see them sometimes on like Marketplace and other places where I'm like, if it doesn't smell like smoke too much, I'm not a big smoker person, but the apparel always had like that red and black. The
Red, black, and
windbakers, the
white.
joggers, hats, camping gear, collectibles, big ticket items, contests, as also featured themed events like Chili Roundup. So when I think of like marble ads, I always think of the cowboy with the hair slicked back riding the horse.
That's why they called Marlboro Reds cowboy killers.
Makes you look like you're a real man.
Yeah,
like
man.
a man's man. Like you drink your coffee
Man.
black.
Yeah.
No added.
You just chew up your coffee grounds. Don't even pour water in. My buddy and his wife actually won a trip out to, God, where was it? It was a big Marlboro. They got they each got a free carton of cigarettes.
Yeah.
They got to camp, go on little excursions and stuff around this ranch, Marlboro Ranch. And this was years ago, but it was I was like, hey, that'd have been really cool.
That'd have been kind of cool to do, back in the day.
Free carton of cigarettes too. back when I smoked cigarettes, I'd have been like,
Well, smoking was so nonchalant back then, so
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't looked down upon as much as it is now.
Yeah.
It also this kind of enticed you to buy more, smoke more, which is pretty smart as a marketing strategy. It was hey, get these points, get these cool things.
Yeah.
When in the end you're I could just actually have bought these without spending. But it was the idea of having that exclusive Marlboro apparel where you're
but I mean, you also
I smoke so much
you also have to think that people were doing people were probably working that system too.
It's almost like some McDonald's
every
thing.
pack of cigarettes you got a little you would cut off the proof of purchase. That was your little hey, I bought these go towards points. But you got to think a lot of cartons of cigarettes had the same ones on them. So people would go to gas stations and stuff,
cut
and
them off,
dumpster dive. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Which is why they keep dumpsters locked now, because people are stealing stuff like that.
Yeah,
the dedication
to get that jacket
or that jacket.
You want that swag, Rugged appeal. Ads, including those from the Miles program, reinforce the rugged Marlboro country cowboy image. That, we just talked about.
But kids often helped collect miles for their parents, making the promotion a family activity.
Yeah.
Which is so funny. You know what this makes me think of?
Box tops.
When you would, box tops, that's another one, because you bring those in for school.
Yeah.
But the under the lid of the drink, you would say you would lose or you would win.
Yeah, you won a free 20-ounce soda.
You remember doing that, where you would open it and you could kind of turn it just right?
Yeah. Nope, not a winner.
The guy at the gas station is what are you doing?
Yeah, the dude at the gas station is this is the third one you've won. You're really lucky. And it's
didn't they always...
Maybe they should fill these bottles up more, not
Didn't they eventually put it behind the label or something?
No, they kept it on the caps.
Something? It was on the caps. Oh,
yeah.
God, I thought something was on the label, on the backside. But it's one of those marketing strategies to get you to
entice you to purchase.
But then people always try to figure out the loophole. Where you're I'm not buying all this.
Yeah, I wasn't born yesterday, bud. Look, we were talking about this last night at our Christmas party. A lot of people were just raised differently, different families, different household guidelines. Some people, when they go out to eat, we're not getting sodas. We're not getting appetizers. You're drinking water. You're going to eat the food you order. That's it. And then other people that were raised differently, we never really got sodas as kids. My dad would be you can have sweet tea, but I prefer you not drink sodas. It's more of special occasion, barbecue, whatever.
You're at somebody's house, type thing.
But then as we became adults, or going to the grocery store, it'd be oh, can I get this? No, you don't need that. You got this other cereal at home you haven't eaten. So then you'd be well, I'm gonna go home and eat the whole box of cereal tonight so I can get this other cereal I want more. But being raised, and I'm not saying I was the poorest person around, but being raised in a low-income household, we were always told you can't have that. So out of spite, I think some of our generation is responsible. If I can't have this, I'm still... Remember those coupons at stores?
Oh, the coupon one we had.
So
that was a good conversation.
I didn't need them, but I took them. If I can't have that cereal, I'm taking all of these coupons.
Then I'm taking all of these, all these little coupons so that
nobody
can
saving
have them.
money. Yeah, yeah.
I think these were just like a promotion that like in the 90s and the early 2000s kind of like ran where it was like, I don't think it would fit now, but it fit like back then because of it's almost like catalogs, like magazines and stuff like that. Those were a thing. Now when I go to like Barnes and Nobles, I'm like, how do they sell all these? Because I'm like, nobody's like, I'm not sitting there reading stuff like that no more. But it's kind of like this, like the promotional aspect was like big back then, where it was like pushing hard on people to smoke, whereas now it's like more the other way. Now it's not.
So instead of buying cigarettes, they were like, okay, we can't keep putting these promotional things out there. But then someone was like, I want to get a bunch of kids to buy shit, and then Scholastic Book Fair took off. We can't sell cigarettes, sell them books.
But it's just
toys. It was definitely a great marketing campaign. Yeah,
to like push people to buy stuff. Yeah. Now the next one up is gonna be, who remembers Silly Putty? The making it fart, copying stuff off paper, just fun putty. Like just, it's kind of like up there with like Gak and like Slime and like those cool little like things you would see at the store. It was on like a little like shelf, and it came in like a little egg thing. You'd open it up. And the big pull on this one is in this commercial, which we'll show, because the commercials I think are just everything back then. Like just for anything, it just really draws you in. And we're thankful for people out there that have captured the commercials.
Yes, thank
you. That
have
found a VHS tape or whatever they found.
Yeah.
So this one is for Silly Putty.
Here's an egg that's full of fun. Silly Putty. Silly Putty is fun. For most everyone. Silly Putty is fun. For most everyone. You can stretch it and bounce it and pick up comics too. So many silly things to do. Silly Putty is fun. For most everyone. Silly Putty comes in an egg capsule.
Do you think watching that, could you get yours to look that good if you copied it?
No way.
Isn't it always funny? You like look at it and then you do it and you're like, this isn't that.
Yeah.
It's like that guy on TikTok. You ever watch that guy where he's like, no way.
Yeah.
And then like, you go try it.
Yeah.
And then it actually works. But on this, I think it would have to be not fully works. I don't know. We'd have to test it out. But I feel like as a kid, I'd be like disappointed. I'd be like, it didn't do as well.
I don't think it was that bouncy.
Yeah, and then bouncy. It's like a bouncy ball. I mean, come on.
Like no.
If you like left it out, it's like all that stuff that usually dries up. Where over time you're like, you can only leave it out for so long.
Yeah, and
it'll dry out.
Just turned to.
But the idea that you could press and then get images lifted off is kind of like one of those quirky ideas that you might try that wasn't as cool as it was in the ad. Yeah. And the cool factor was boosted by its space farting. Or the cool factor was boasted by his spacefaring history, Apollo 8, too, though. And is used in science demos by professors to show geological movement. While the original beloved Crayola introduced glow-in-the-dark glitter, fluorescent colors, and adding to the 90s appeal, because it's got to like evolve. Like things like that can't just stay like a little. That was more like a 60s, 70s type of thing, you know, those little quirky things.
But as cool as it was having different colors and stuff, more than play, adults used it for stress relief, hand therapy, sit there and work it around
as a lint
roller. Yeah. If it can pull ink off of a newspaper, it's gonna get your dog's hair off of everything.
Scientists even explored its potential for sensors.
Yeah.
What a crazy. It was inducted into the National Toy Hall of Fame in 2001, long after its 1940s World War II era invention as a rubber substitute. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Came from
You're over here playing with it and bouncing around.
They were using
supposedly it bounces around like that.
Yeah. They were using it for like World War II era inventions, and then we're over here in the 90s making it fart. Like, this is
fart putty.
Yeah, just a whole different thing.
So this next one kind of falls in with another like toy thing. Who remembers Air Hogs, and who remembers the advertisement and the commercials for Air Hogs? Because again, the commercials make it that much more.
They sold it for sure.
So the commercial,
Air hogs, real planes that really fly.
Really fly? How do they do that?
Air pressure.
Air
Air hogs feature the revolutionary Raid engine, so air hogs need no gas, no batteries, just pump it up. When it's full, you're ready to attack the sky, perform awesome climbs and hairpin banks. Air hogs fly as far as a football field.
Just pump it up.
With the power of air pressure. Real flight, real sound, real engine, real power. Air hogs come complete with docking station pump, new from Spin Master.
Docking station pump. So when you threw it, it just went straight, right?
Yeah.
So you had to go chase it.
Mm-hmm.
What if you threw it in a tree by accident, or like the wind caught it and it went?
You had to chase it.
I
lost.
One of those.
I remember where we lived. We were on like 3 acres and we were surrounded by fields. We pushed one. I mean, I can't believe the thing didn't explode. We put so much air in it. But when we launched, so you had some that you could air up and throw, but you had some that would launch.
Oh, up.
But they would launch and then they'd fly. You know what I mean?
That might be harder to find then.
We lost one on my birthday. Like I got it, opened it, let's do it. Went outside, launched it, and like you said, it was super windy. That thing took off. We were riding our bus home, and you're talking back outskirts of small rural area, like fields, open fields everywhere, corn everywhere. It was like 2 months later, because this was during summer. It was school had started. We were riding our bus route, and it was probably like 1.5 miles away, man. Pull up to the stop sign at Crossroads. We pull up to that stop sign and started going, and I'm looking out the bus window, and I saw my plane or rocket. Dude, it was like 1.5 miles away from our house. Like it just the wind just took it. So
that's crazy.
I rode.
You must have pumped the heck out of that thing.
Yeah, but my dad said it as soon as he launched it. He was like, "We're never getting that back." You know what I mean? But I got home from school. Told my dad, and he was like, "Well, let's get on our bicycles and we'll just ride out. We'll ride over there on the bikes because it's backcountry roads. We'll ride over there on our bikes, see if that's it." And it was in fact it. It was tore up, but I was like, "Yo, we found it."
See, I remember the planes. Like these were like the fancier planes. The ones I had were like the kind where you put the wing across the body and you'd throw it. And it was just like a roll. Like you would sometimes have a rubber band on it, but it was just like the basic. But these things were like the cool, like to fly in the air, which is funny. Like back in the day, the initial idea was rejected. A toy plane made from a soda bottle and foam was turned down by major toy companies, but Spin Master saw its potential. Spin Master, a Chicago-based inventor, spent years and $500,000 refining the design with CAD software and CNC machining before its 1998 debut. So it debuted in our era. So
yeah,
it's definitely one of those cool toys. It just had like a cool, like different like ideas where like I think this one, the mini models like the Skywinder use flexible crash resistant materials, making them great for indoor fun. Which indoor, I feel like anything that's like flying around is gonna go through a window
or break
something,
break a cabinet.
Because my kids have that one where you like it like flies in the air and it kind of like flies around, and then you have to like watch it and it like bounces around all the time. Like it's kind of like that where you're like, once you shoot it up, you don't know what's
you're just
like as a kid going with this boomerangs were kind of like popular, and you're always like, remember you throw it,
I still love it.
And would it come back? And you're like, it didn't come back, and you're like, oh man, it's just gonna keep going.
Someone's gonna get knocked out.
It's about to go around the earth now.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
This thing's gonna pop. My fingerprints are on it, and it's probably gonna kill someone. That was your worst fear.
So the original Air Hog Sky Shark used compressed air for flight, making it an instant success after features on Today and Live with Regis and Kathy Lee.
Before
So
Regis and Kelly.
definitely a cool one is who
Flying
remembers flying kites
Yeah.
as a kid. Flying kites was such an activity, so you know, because you live here locally, Angel Mounds.
Mm-hmm.
So Angel Mounds used to have a kite day, and that was where you'd go and like fly kites, and it was like a fun little activity.
Yeah.
And as a kid, kites was just like a big thing, like a piece of string and something you would buy for like a couple bucks maybe,
Yeah.
and it would just fly around. Now, how
See-
many times did you fly a kite and you got it stuck in a tree?
Not very often.
Because at Angel Mounds out there, because it's real open, but like if you're in like a rural area and you're out there flying
Yeah.
around, and you're like, this thing catches the wind and it goes
So
like,
that's
and
the
you'd always want to
beauty.
go out as far as you possibly could, because you're like, I wonder how I could
So
go.
most kites, you only had the original string, like that came in the pack.
Yeah,
You
the
bought it
handle.
in.
Yeah.
No. So where we lived on, we had 3 acres. It doesn't sound like much, but you got to think our property was 3 acres. And then you had a pig farm next door and then nothing but open field out behind us. So cool. The maybe 70 foot of line you get with your kite is cool. But
Yeah.
our dad would buy these spool. You're talking hundreds.
For like fishing.
No, they were actually kite string.
Oh,
but
my
you
gosh.
could buy like 500 foot, 1,000 foot. And where we lived, dude, when the wind was winding, you could fly a kite forever. So we would tie whatever kite we had to one of those spools. And it's kind of like the movie Jaws, man, where that line that starts peeling
Yeah.
line.
Dun, dun, dun,
You
dun.
just sit there and you'd hold that spool and it would just fly out. So I mean, you'd get to where you could barely see your kite anymore.
Dang.
That was the cool part. The worst part was like reeling it back up.
Yeah.
Because if you start reeling that thing up and the wind hits you again, it could just rip that spool out of your hand. But I mean, there were so many times where me and Josh, my brother, would go out there on a windy day and just like let those things go.
Have you ever seen people who have like the ones in the picture where it's like
tails?
there's like 3 different people operating one kite,
Yeah,
and you're
no.
like, that'd be so.
I'd get annoyed by having to do something else.
Or like you would have a cool breeze, and then all of a sudden it would drop, and then your kite go.
and then you gotta like try to reel it to keep it up. You're like, "Ugh."
Yeah, you guys were like doing it like extra cool. Yeah, the little
Yeah.
add-on thing. Ours was always like whatever it came with, and then if it got stuck up in that tree, because it would kind of veer
Yeah.
into a tree, and you're trying to like get it back, and then you're veering it back,
Yeah.
and every once in a while it just gets snagged and it gets stuck, and you're like, oh, dang.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
that's done.
Here goes my kite. The 90s era saw a boom in cool, colorful stunt kites becoming popular for teams flying in competitions, alongside the rise of extreme sports like kite surfing, while classic homemade kites and dangerous kite fighting
Yeah.
remain nostalgic fun. Despite safety issues that got kids banned from it in some areas.
I mean, you got
So I remember kite fighting.
kite. Yeah, we
Like,
never.
I'm not that crazy.
Now, but
Kite surfing would be kinda
using
cool.
glass coated string. I mean, yeah, there is.
That'd be-
I guess you can turn anything into murder if you want. You know.
This is where all those movies came from.
Yeah.
But I think the kite competition's kind of interesting, like to have kite
Yeah.
competition. As a kid, it was just like a fun little thing we did for fun. It wasn't like, hey, I'm gonna get like you would also. I guess you'd kind of have a competition. You just like who could get theirs out the farthest.
Yeah.
And then you'd get out like way out there, and you can barely see it like this big, and you're like, yeah, I probably need to bring it back
Yeah,
back
I
to
always
where.
wanted to carry scissors so that way when my brother was like, look, I got my kite all the way out and you didn't, and I'd be like, well, go find your kite and just cut it. You know, I never did it because, you know, one, I'd probably get my ass beat off me, but
stunt kites,
it would always been
it's
fun.
kind of interesting. The decade was huge for stunt kites, especially the triangular delta shape and the speedy frameless flexi fulls known for fast maneuvers. I think that'd be kind of cool, like going, yeah. But like kind of like the glass thing, it's kind of like, it's a little fancy. Like we're not that fancy as kids. We're just flying some kites for fun. It's just funny, something so simple with so much fun.
Turn extreme. You know,
I can also go extreme.
Look how
too.
high my kite's going, and I'm like, look, mine can slit your throat. You know, okay, that's cool, I guess. Kite surfing, combining surfing and kite flying, grew into a legitimate extreme sport, which specialized kites, allowing incredible jumps and acrobatics. Like you see videos of people kite surfing, and it's like, you know, at any second that can go south.
Yeah.
You know, hint why it's an extreme sport.
Kite-powered buggies and sled gain traction, culminating into a team using kite power to reach the North Pole in 1999.
That's insane.
That is insane. But, oh man, just kites are just so like fun. Just like something so basic. Now, kite finding sounds pretty dangerous, and I don't know if I would do it. It sounds like something that a psychopath created. Like, I don't think I would want to do it. I just like flying them, like it's just like fun, you know?
Yeah. Nowadays, with drones and stuff, it's, imagine being like, I'm gonna go fly my drone, and someone's like, my drone can drop a grenade on you, and you just get blown to pieces. Cool, dude. I was just trying to see, you know, above this tree line, and this dude just mows you down with a AR-15.
When you get above trees, it's kite flying is kind of tricky.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine someone with more than just trees.
Crashing it in a cornfield's pretty bad too.
Or like in a street, someone's car goes by, you just tie the bombs right into their car.
Yeah.
So I'd like to hear some people's, what is your craziest kite flying story out there?
Experience, yeah.
Like, it'd be cool to hear, but...
I mean, you had foil kites too. That's like Mylar balloons, because Mylar balloons are foil. If they hit a power line or something, they'll like explode. They can like cause real damage. So like foil kites...
Oh, they were foil kites.
Could have been a problem too, you know?
I just had like the ones from like Walmart, where it's just like the basic ones,
nylon or whatever.
I was wondering what that was.
Did you see it too? the screen behind you,
was it like flickering?
Yeah, it was just flashing like crazy.
Why?
It sucked me in for a second. It's just part of the episode of Ren and Stimpy with the toast man. But as soon as I saw it, I was like man.
But this has definitely been an awesome episode.
Better put a viewer discretion on that, for in case any of you have epilepsy. That's because that might be a trigger warning. You know. Sorry.
Oh man.
Because it got my ass.
This has been too much fun.
For sure.
So, closing thoughts, obviously, as usual, is go support us on any of our pages. Obviously, is appreciated. Go support, obviously, anywhere local or our local areas even. And this has definitely been a fun episode. It's always fun to sit back from life and just doing your day-to-day stuff to just remember times, but also take the things from those times, like taking it more easy and simple, you know, because that's what our era was all about. It's just because I was actually, when I was at Toys R Us, there was a guy, I think it was two guys actually there, and they had their kids, and their kids had iPads. And the one guy said something kind of along the lines of, because there was a little bubble maker thing where you like, it's like the little like tray, and then like it's like a circle, and it's a bunch of like small ones, and you dip it in the thing, and you pull all the bubbles, or you like wave them around. And the guy was saying they always have to have this screen in front of their face, but as kids, that is something that we'd be like, oh my gosh, I could play with this. You wouldn't get it and be like, just this. My kids got one year, I can't remember if it was from like a birthday or Christmas, but someone had bought them one of those, was like it's like an air rocket where you just put on the post and you hit the pedal and it just launches it up. It's just that, and they were fascinating for
simple.
like hours. Just like when my kids saw Toys R Us, they're like, oh my gosh, Toys R Us, the place you used to go to. And I was like, hey, it's Toys R Us, but it's not as cool.
It's definitely different.
But just to see their excitement over like toys, where it's like, of course they want to like buy something, and I'm like, I'm already buying a lot of stuff right now, but for Christmas. But but it's just like the excitement of like little things. That's where like us as adults, maybe we need to take some more time away from like technology and like kind of get more out there, like out in nature, like flying kites or like being off our phones more.
Dissociating from like social media.
Encourage you out there if you're having a tough time to just take those times to like focus on those things, because those simple things sometimes bring you more joy. Like you remember as a kid, we'd get like a new toy and like the toy is fun, but if the box was big enough that we could get in it, that's the fun. Like you like this TV box, this is my playhouse. Like forget the TV for right now, I want to play in this box. Like it was just fun to just like
sit in clothes baskets and stuff.
Just to like do
it's just
simple stuff.
But I think a lot of it now, when I think back to, man, I used to do this as a kid, or we used to do that like when we were younger. It's a whole different time now. We're in a whole different way of thinking in the world we live in now. But when I look back,
the nostalgic's still there.
Yes,
like,
when I look back, and it's not only just pure nostalgia. A lot of it brings me tranquility. You know, I'm like, man, what a time to be alive. And it is always good to reminisce about your past, and try to make plans to be more like that in the future, like to dissociate, to not carry your phone into every room you go into, and like talk to people like they are people.
Like just talking on the phone was like a big, like it was like an exciting thing, whereas now it's like I'm talking on my phone, I just play on Facebook.
Now,
like,
when someone calls me, I hover over the decline button, and I'm like, do I want to talk to someone?
Oh man, it's just like, there's a lot of like good topics on this one of different things, and if you guys have any ideas out there, put them in the comments.
Pitch them our way.
We would love to hear them, and we'll put them on the list, because we're always adding ideas in here, because this is our hangout time. So that's why our face towards you guys, because you're hanging out with us, and we're hanging out with you, and we would love to hear if you have any crazy stories or any interesting stories, funny.
Did you ever murder someone with a kite?
Yeah, did you ever
let us know, so we can turn you in for murder.
Did you ever meet Michael Jordan as a kid, or were you in the movie Space Jam for some reason? You were in there as a background person. Extra person. But definitely a good times back in the day. So until next time, peace out.